Live. Hello and welcome to Australian Transformers Weekly. According to Jason, your only choice for Transformers news across Australia. It stays in the run sheet, so I guess it's truth. I'm Brad Ostrom Prime, and tonight I'm joined by John, returning up in the Gold Coast. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks. Hello, everyone. Good to be back.
Good to be back. Lovely.
Yeah.
And our Sydney sider for this evening is not Jason, it's Mikey. Hello, Mikey.
Hi, everyone. Good to be forward. So, there you go. Sorry.
Well, going off the time zones.
That is true. Well, kind of. Not really. No, is he forward or back? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at 2:28 p.m.
So, yes, so we are forward. I am forward. So, there. It's good to be forward.
Yeah.
Yes,
We are
actually
in
works.
the future, Mikey.
Yeah. We know when the end times come. We can't warn the Queenslanders.
I haven't had to host in a couple of months, so this is going to be fun. What are we up to this week? John, you haven't been on for a while. You've been customising.
Yeah, I've been busy painting figures for people. I just finished that job for Leonard, or Decepticon, for the Primal class custom figure, which was pretty good. And he shared some photos of the work, and then MMC shared that photo on their page, their main page. That's pretty good news. To get that shared on their page, I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah, definitely.
That is nice.
Yes, it is. No, that's great. Like, who was the original bot? You've done it up as an Optimus Primal.
So the original bot, I'm pretty sure it's MMC's Nova Prime.
Mhm.
And then if I'm not 100% sure, if you go to TFCon, then you could get those parts, which was the primal head and the swords and the guns. And then you've basically just got to then paint the figure, the Nova Prime, yourself and convert the parts over.
And that's sweet, just the fact that they've made Optimus Primal parts for a completely different figure.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Like, so yeah, when he transforms, I guess he'd still just transform into a futuristic sort of truck or whatever. But when you leave it just as the figure, it still works quite well. Yeah.
And that's it. So search for John's photos in the group. They're definitely a fantastic job. I'd love to get you to do something for me, but I'm sure the waiting list is now growing from weeks to months.
Yeah, I can still do stuff. Like, that's it. I'll just let me know what you want to do, and then we can go from there.
Can you paint my house?
No.
Okay.
House painting sucks. Yeah, house painting.
What if you're doing murals?
I'll stick to hobbies. No.
What if one of the walls was Transformers and the other one was Evangelion?
No, it's still too much work.
What if it was Transformers fighting Evangelion?
No.
Oh, damn it.
The Evangelions would win.
Probably.
No.
Probably.
No, it's too easy. We'll get to.
I'll just paint Prime Dead on your wall.
Well, they're technically buddies because of the master.
A lot of great paint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mikey, it's been a couple of weeks. What have you been up to?
Not a whole lot. Just been like, whenever we're recording, it's just like I'm doing something, unfortunately. But just pretty normal. Just studying away, still collecting figures and stuff, selling some stuff so I can get some new stuff and all that. Yeah, nothing too major, I guess. I saw the new Thor movie yesterday. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think it is a very, very enjoyable film. Quite comedic, lots of funny moments in there, definitely. Yeah, I could recommend that one. And yeah, so as I said to my friends when we were in the cinema, Anthony Hopkins was in one good movie and one shit movie this year. So there you go.
Yes. Some will say it's the best of the four films, but we'll not go into that.
Four film? Oh, Thor film. This is a four film.
Oh, don't. Yes, I have a. No, I don't have a.
No, that was not. No, it wasn't actually that. I thought you actually said four, to be honest. No, it's. I think it is, to be honest. It's like really enjoyable, whereas like the second one just droned on, and the first one was just a little bit bland, in my opinion. But So.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to save it for the end of the podcast so we don't spoil anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. This is those watching the video. I might say I'm in Site B, but it's a daytime record. We haven't done this since BotCon last year, which is good. I've got the window open.
Difficult to get lighting.
There may be
actually.
some birds. Hey,
It's kind of difficult to get lighting in the day.
I know. Yeah, I know. I haven't got my other light in here, but I'm not tired. I'm awake,
Oh, good.
alert, proactive, inactive. But
What?
yeah.
You're
Words?
proactively inactive.
Anyway, go, John.
I was going to say, so moving on, should we get to...
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Please,
Yeah.
be aware. Be patient. As I'm not Jason. Jason has a second computer normally hooked up for this stuff, and that's not what I wanted.
that's
Yes,
right.
it is. Take your bot to work. I've done the same thing as Jason. Put your bot to work week this week. Returning winner again, Alan Jones. Congratulations, sir, with his Zombie Prime, and some Autobots trying to get away from him.
That's sick.
Masterpiece Wheeljack, Masterpiece Bumblebee.
That's bad.
iGear Gears.
Yep. And then there's the first Bad Q Pipes, not to be confused with the most recent. I think that's when they were called Q-Decks or something. And then,
Is it? Because I've got that figure and he hasn't got the chrome arms.
Who knows?
They're just a painted silver.
maybe there was variants. I'm not sure, but I think that's.
There might be,
Maybe
yeah.
Or
I'm
he's
not
painted
sure.
it,
And then
maybe,
that Ratchet.
Yeah.
Ratchet is from maybe iGear as well.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah,
So
the big
what's it-
crosses on the shoulders.
PPOE or something.
Yeah.
What's the big grey box?
Computer, I thought, or something.
Very
Cat
odd
box.
place to put a computer.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe it's like a little garden, something.
Well,
I don't know.
Alan is a customizer, so it's possible he's got some sort of computer pot plant in his garden.
Yeah, I didn't know
Maybe
what.
he grows
I was
computers.
like,
He grows computers. There you go.
yeah, who knows?
Possibly. But he joins the echelon of 4 winners at the moment that have got 12 entrants between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
In the
And as we
in the end
discussed,
draw.
that's pretty much half of our winners are 3 people. So
Yeah. Yep.
wow.
Well, I did see one post on the when I posted this up that this is why I don't enter, because these people always win.
Mhm.
They always just get in there, get something up. You never know. Be creative.
Yeah.
Yep. Think outside the box.
Climb Mount Everest, put it at the peak. Put your Cosmos at the peak of it, Mount Everest. There you go.
I've got
And
a good shot I wanted to do for a while. It's just going to take me some setting up to do at work.
Oh, I did all that 2 weeks ago, but the local convention with one of my little Sundays from the McDonald's toys, and I didn't win. So that took four weeks to plan. But
Oh.
that was a bad week. There would have been 5 or 6 photos. in
Yeah, I
that
remember that one. There was lots
I
of
could
good
have-
ones.
Yeah, easily put them all in, and
Just
same
resubmit them.
this week. Yes, no, you can't. Same this week.
Oh,
David
okay.
Vines come in. He only missed out by a point, but
Really? Wow.
his Grimlock with the beer and the TCCA stubby holder, which was in his waiter's outfit, which is good as well. So, we're 31. I'm pretty sure it's 38 or 39 is the end. I think it's around December 3rd or 4th. So, not long left to get into it. Well, I sort of mentioned in the group that maybe we should cap the winners to 5, but we won't be doing that until next year. We didn't say, or we didn't
gonna cap
realise that. Well, I only let you win so many times. If you've won
Oh.
4 or 5 times, then you sort of forfeit.
I thought you were just going to get a Megatron and then pop a cap in him. I was like, what? That's harsh. Thanks for winning.
I don't.
Now you die.
I don't need a Megatron. I've got a gun.
Oh,
So yeah, put your bot to work day is the competition in the group, and it is running
It's
currently. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Now getting into some news. We're not going to spend too much time on this. We got some blurry images of some movie bots in some type of tribute line.
Transformers 2007 Brawl and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Megatron appear in another toy debut.
Yeah, we got no idea what size these are. It's the 07 Brawl and the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron.
You'd think it would be part of the movie masterpiece line.
You would.
There you go. It says,
Especially,
along with the fantastic-looking figures, they'll also come with backdrops and stands for you to pose the figures and have a dynamic setting for displaying.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's a
I see. No, that's nice. Like the forest with Megatron, and then a pool of blood for Brawl in one of the pictures.
Yeah. A lot of those Human Alliance stuff come in boxes like that too, but
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good for the
guess-
people that like the figures. You know, it's definitely a nice.
Oh, if this is a new Revenge of the Fallen movie Megatron and not that leader we got or that deluxe we got,
Yeah.
I'd be very happy. It'd take those two out of collection right away. But what these are,
Yeah, I reckon wait and see if we see some better pictures.
yeah, and maybe a better
Revenge of the
description
Fallen
too.
Megatron doesn't have a good toy, unfortunately.
No.
So that'd be. And it's an interesting design, I guess. So it would be cool to see what they do with this.
And as we're going to see a little bit later, the third-party companies are starting to look at the movie bots. So, like Revenge of the Fallen, Megatron, 07 Blackouts, figures like that had really bad figures. Could really do. We've seen the lockdown that it just they can do it.
Blackout is so just terrible.
You can paint white for Grindor and re-release it for Revenge of the Fallen.
Exactly. So that's why you make
easy.
a really good one that can poop out a Scorponok.
Yeah.
Moving on to some Takara news briefly. Figure King magazine, we got some images of upcoming Masterpiece Dinobot. Dinosaur mode prototype. A image of the dinosaur mode in prototype grey. Some nice articulation points on him.
It does look like it'll be a It does look like it's going to be a good figure.
Oh yeah, it's very like the scaling looks really good. Teeth look really really nice. It's got a big old tongue in there.
Yeah, it'll be fun to play around with a dino, a little raptor.
And I don't know if it's part of his transformation or not, but he does have the little holes on his dino hands, so that makes me think that because in the show he has the golden disc, and I believe he's held it in Raptor mode before. So I'm wondering if it does come with a golden disc, and you can actually put it in both his robot and his Velociraptor hands.
That would be a fantastic accessory.
Yeah, the golden disc. I mean, that made Dinobot pretty much everyone's favorite Beast Wars.
I reckon there's a good chance it will, because it seems they are going a lot more these days with accessories and stuff, especially even if it's like from some obscure scene. So if it's like you're saying there that it's something that it was quite good and everyone liked, it was a big thing. Well, I'm pretty sure it'll be in there.
That's the one that solidified him as like the hero because he basically sacrificed him. He pretty much took on all of the Predacons and then he sacrificed himself.
I reckon you'd have a pretty good chance it's going to come with it.
Yes, I think
it'd be just like Prime's Matrix, really, in comparison. But
you also just tease that until you had like the production shots,
Yeah. But it's also interesting too, like the size of his hands and the size of those little ports. That's not 5mm. That's probably 1 or 2mm. That's real small.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's definitely
that'd be fantastic. Yep. But no, I'm definitely excited. This is. When I heard they were doing the Masterpiece line, even with Prime, I was like, no, I want Dinobot. Dinobot and Megatron were the two.
Yeah, that I'd actually be keen on.
I can't remember. Can you, with his robot, with Dinobot's robot mode, can you see his little arms anywhere? And are they like tabbed in anywhere? Like, not obviously on the original toy because, the toys weren't that accurate, but I think that his hands must tab in somewhere or something. That might be.
I don't believe on the CG model you can see them.
See them? Okay, well there you go. Well then that must, I guess we'll wait and see. But it looks really quite good. You can see some hinges and very good looking.
Yeah, and going off to like the size, the depth of the head, there's no way this is going to go on his chest. He's going to have a fake head on his chest.
No. Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
it might be just like Grimlock and it sort of folds back onto his backpack, makes a backpack out of his head. But
Cheetor has a fake head, so But I mean, the fake
exactly.
Head, the real head goes behind the fake head, so you can kind of, I guess, justify it. Maybe, I don't know. Not really.
Yeah.
Oh well.
No, that can't be too long now before we'll start seeing some more photos of.
Here's hoping.
What's currently? Sunstreaker was supposed to be out in November or December? where was that in the line? Because we're pretty
He's coming out
damn
soon. Like, I
dry.
think it's this
Yeah, he has
month.
to be.
Like he just got
Yeah.
like I think like his invoices have just gone out for him.
So what's the previous release? The Toy Accurate Primal?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
even
behind
know
me.
what's.
That was I
Yeah.
think that was the last one. And then after that, shit.
It'd be Dinobot, wouldn't it?
Oh no, I think you know what? After that, I think it's the cartoon accurate.
Dinobot hasn't been
Red
given
alert.
a number yet. I don't think.
No.
Cartoon accurate
So,
red alert.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
I think
move on to this
yeah.
bit of the news.
All right. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see where that comes and everything else. Up next, more from the Future King magazine: scans of Encore, Godfire Convoy, Legends Grand Maximus, and Great Shot.
RC
I won't go
Squeak
into.
and
I
more.
wasn't going to go into RC Squeaks, but
Yeah, it's
Can
I
I-
wouldn't get it. It's horrible.
Can I tell you a story about this figure?
No.
Okay.
we're of course
Yeah,
looking
go.
at
When I was
Godfire. Is this Godfire Convoy?
yeah.
Godfire
Pretty
Convoy.
much the same thing as we got in already. So when I was like 4 or 5, my parents got me both Optimus and Ultra Magnus, like when I was that age. And I
Those two?
had no idea how to transform it or anything. Like I was just so young. And basically I ripped them apart, scattered them throughout the house, and then they never transformed once. And I was so devastated because they were really like the Prime, not so much Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus is basically legs, and that's it.
I've
But
had them though, like, and I can agree, like they're hard figures to transform if
Yeah.
you don't know them. Like I didn't know them when I
And-
got
and
them,
if
and I
you're
was
4 or
like, these
5.
look like they can transform. And man, I was like, what? This is 2
Yeah.
years ago or something. So I was like 31. I'm like, they look
Well-
like this would work, but it doesn't.
Yeah. So like it was just really unfortunate that I got these at such a young age. Like I wish I just put them away until I was a bit older. But they're really good for 2001 figures. Again,
I'm
not so
loving
much
these.
Ultra Magnus because he's just
These
basically a big old
this
gimmick.
color scheme, I'm loving. Like I want them.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. But like that Optimus is an amazing figure, and I'm just so devastated that I pretty much destroyed them both. But yeah, like they say they want to do like a masterpiece version of of at least Optimus, and like I don't know what you could improve on this guy. He's really really well done.
There's still
Well-
improvements you could definitely make. If
Yeah,
he's not
but,
a
like, I
masterpiece, but he's still a stunning figure. Like I like it.
Yeah. But like compared to other Optimuses, they could do like I don't know Armada Prime. They could add some stuff to him and the trailer and stuff. But just with this guy, he's just for the time he just like really amazing, well done. And it's weird with his thighs. His thighs are really muscular, which I always found that odd. They're really like they show off all the muscles where the rest is just like blocky robot. But yeah, and then
Yeah,
you
well,
got
it was
the combine
only-
mode.
Yeah, it was only when me and John were talking in the pre-show. I didn't even realise this was a combiner.
Yeah, of course.
And it's sort of reissuing these bots. I can't really. It's probably my most disliked. I've posted about this in the group. I got no affiliation or.
But they're probably going to come in a pack, like the two of them. So
They are
like,
coming in a pack.
yeah.
Yeah,
See, that straight away makes me want it. Like,
But like
And
they
to have-
cost about like $400 though, unfortunately.
yeah, because they're
But
like
that's all right. That's all right.
Japanese.
You get them both. You pay for it, and you get
And
them
you get
both.
the
You don't have to go searching.
Yeah, and you get
This
the sword.
this sword, he comes with the Fortress Maximus sword with a extendable handle on it
It's
just
black
to balance it out,
and
and it's
grey.
black and grey. Is that clear? That looks clear.
Maybe it's like clear.
Oh
grey,
yeah, clear
purple.
purpley sort of.
Clear
You're right.
purple,
Black
like-
and
like
purple.
misty or like foggy. I don't know.
Which
But that
is unlike the Max sword. But yeah, go, Mikey.
that's because they had Brave Max in the cartoon. So like if you have a Brave Max, that can go with him as well. So that's pretty cool.
And then if you just scroll down like a little bit more.
Squeaks.
Yeah.
Why? Why'd you do this?
No.
My God, it's
Keep
got
going
death
down,
mode.
like go down a little bit more, and
Keep
then
him on
it's
out of the toilet.
no, yeah,
Oh.
keep. There's a little headmaster that comes with see there. No, go back up. I forget the hovercraft guy. Mental blank all of a
Sea spray.
sudden.
Oh, sea
Sea
spray.
spray.
Okay.
See the little headmaster there that he comes with? That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't know who it is, but
that's
Yeah.
he's clearly coming with someone, but yeah, I like it.
It might
Well,
be
that's
Steel
our
Jaw.
legends. Our legends scale figures don't come with anyone, whereas
And yeah, and
here
then
they're
it's
pairing them up.
that Phase EX Prime there. There's a clear movie Prime coming out.
Oh, yay.
Interesting,
I don't
yeah.
Lots of breaky. Oh, no, it's the Voyager one.
Japan
So that's
goes crazy for like clear stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
I know, true,
love
true.
it. Like,
But at least it's the Voyager and not the leader, because that'd be crap if it was the leader.
Oh, and there's that Megatron Beast Wars statue again. I want so much. I'd have to have him have a look and see if the Takara remote control squeak is any different. It doesn't look any different at all.
Yeah, it looks just
no,
as
it's basically the
absolute
same. I
shite.
think you just get that extra little piece. Oh, no, that's the remote. Yeah, no, it's all the same.
You could probably use that. That's
Yeah,
probably
the
necessary
Takara
for
one
that
actually gives you the
thing.
remote, so Hasbro, you have to buy it separate.
So we didn't really talk about there's also a Great Shot coming out. No, Great Shot? Is it Great Shot?
Is it? Oh, Grand
so.
Shot. Oh, who knows?
Something like that. I think his original wasn't his.
Great
I can't remember
shot.
his original name. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's coming out, and the wolf mode the wolf mode actually is a rhinoceros, which is pretty cool. It actually
Oh, cool.
it actually
Getting
has a
different
rhinoceros
head.
horn, so there's some differentiation. And then it's
Yeah,
about
nice.
time we actually get a repaint of the Titans. So
Yeah.
we've got Grand
Grand
Max.
It looks
So,
good. Looks really awesome.
Yeah, all we need now is a Metro Titan, a
Brave
maybe a
Maximus, is it?
Devastator, a Brave Max. Yeah, that'd go well with these RID figures.
Yeah, 2 different repaints of Devastator.
Yeah, well, why not? And then what's Triptychon's was like Giga something,
Giga Storm.
Giga Storm, and he has like that mohawk on his.
Give it time. Give it 5 to 10 years. They'll all come out.
But it shouldn't take that long to put a brush to a bloody existing figure.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Is before we move on, the combined fire truck, Magnus and Prime.
And you get that little headmaster as well in Brave Maximus. Oh,
yeah, you get the little because in Grand Max actually came with its own pretender shell that the actual Cerebros could fit in. So they just repainted one of the if you go up a bit, Brad, they've actually just made a one of the new Titan. What are they called?
The little clear guy you just saw there. Oh,
use
yeah,
my buzzer.
See the little 3,000? It's over 3,000.
Probably. It
Grams?
wouldn't surprise me.
Microns.
What are those things called? What are they calling the Power of the Primes? Power of the Primes. You know how Power of the Primes little.
Oh, it's not an Allspark. I like a Spark Matrix.
Yeah, like one of those Matrix things, except it fits the head of Cerebros's head in there, which is pretty cool. Like a little nod back to that thing, which is awesome. So yeah, and it comes with a sword. So yeah, the color scheme's really cool. That's a really good looking color scheme for that figure.
I think it's just good that they're sort of looking beyond G1, and they're like going to this Magnus and Prime, going back to RID 2001. Like it's not something I'm interested in, but I know there's a lot of fans that love that series. It was their salvation. It was
everything.
Yeah, it was their salvation after Beast Wars because it was Truck Not Monkey. And
I love how, like in the at least RID cartoon, that Optimus doesn't hate him, but Ultra Magnus absolutely hates Optimus, and then they just like decide to become buddies, and then they combine because they're buddies. But like that was pretty fun. I always found that funny in that cartoon.
You're familiar with the cartoon, Mikey?
Yeah.
The Prime's head, is that Prime's head, or am I just getting Power Rangers?
Lying next to it, there's a normal Prime there, like or his normal head, but like that's powered up.
So like that is just like the cab, like without. So if Optimus transforms just with the little Optimus, he can't really turn into anything.
And then there's
He's
the
basically
trailer
nothing.
there up the back there. Like
the trailer's back there in the base mode.
Yep.
So when he combines with his trailer, that becomes the head, and then when he combines with Ultra Magnus, it's pretty much that head except with gold. And Ultra Magnus stores that.
Yeah, like I watched this cartoon. It's good. I like it.
It's a great cartoon. The thing that pisses me off, you can't actually own it on DVD, which sucks.
Yeah. No, I can. I'm special.
Okay, wait, what do you mean?
Just buy it from overseas.
Can you buy me 7 or 1?
No.
Nah, you will.
Go region 2. It'll be right.
Yeah, but you can't. It just doesn't exist. I don't know.
No, I posted a post up in the group and deleted it pretty much. I was just these look like recycled Power Rangers designs, but then I realised that people actually like this stuff, so
How dare
I
you.
backed right down. Yeah, I
Magnus,
know.
there's not a lot to like about Magnus because he's basically just he's a parts former and he's basically all legs.
I like his
But
alt
the
mode.
truck
I like
mode, the truck
Yeah.
mode is phenomenal. I love the truck mode. That is one of the best like Ultra Magnus truck modes because it just looks awesome. I love how angular it is, and you know you can store all the brothers in there, like the 3 brothers and someone else.
Yeah, but I said this last week, sort of knocking Windblade with what we've seen from Cyberverse is like, oh, we've got the exact same figure again. There's no flourishes. Even Jason was saying they're not changing the character whatsoever. It's just this isn't G1 Magnus. It's not Prime Magnus. It's a new take on Magnus, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, really good.
Yep.
Very gimmicky, but very good.
So should
All
we
right.
go to the next item?
Yeah, moving on. Make Toys posted some figures from Botfest this last week of a new Conehead coming on the scene. We don't know which one. It's the one that's... we do know which one because those legs would say Dirge.
We know
Yep,
which one.
Dirge.
Brad doesn't know which one.
Yeah.
No, I just said it's Dirge.
No, yeah. And if you look, there's a developed shot of Thrust and Ramjet up on the wall.
Oh yeah, there you go. You just got to look a bit. You got to look a bit deeper. But anyway, let's look at the bot itself.
Later on the news, Brad actually looks into it.
Wait, we record today?
Oh, we live.
Yeah. No, I said to you, John, before we started that I need the Coneheads. I'm not paying $200 to $300 for them for the Takara ones.
I want these. Like, they look really nice, but
they look way better than
all my Transformers are the Takara ones. So what do you do?
How would these? I suppose the Ige ones weren't really.
But their chest,
cartoon accurate.
Looks way more cartoon accurate there than it does on the Masterpiece.
Yeah, the Masterpieces have the huge... Oh, I guess they do too.
Masterpiece still look good, but like they still look like, like
but
a jet would transform into that character, but that looks like the cartoon. Like it's all nice soft panels and smooth and
But again, after having 3 Takara Seekers, I don't want to just, go and get 3 third-party.
Have you got... always make something good, though.
Yeah, I mean,
have you got all 3 though, Mikey?
All 3.
Mikey, have you got all 3?
Waiting for one. I'm not going to say for who, but yeah, still waiting.
That's you. You've got your 3 Seekers, so you wouldn't be looking at other Seekers in the Masterpiece scale anyway, unless you're looking at to replace what you already had.
Yeah.
They also and they also look like they've got they look like they've got more like functional heads than the ones on the MP ones, if you know what I'm saying. Because like on the MP ones, they're not the full cone. They're made to look like the cone from the front, and then
you always want a full cone, don't you?
Yeah, you always want the full cone, of course.
There's nothing worse with loading a half load.
You don't want the half packed stuff.
Exactly. So like, I guess they win that one because we can also kind of like see some clear stuff behind as well. But this one's clearly, I mean, if it is the actual cone, that's very impressive. I'm gonna stop saying cone because I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. But
that's how you describe.
Yeah.
But
it is the cone head after all. Like,
of course.
I just don't want to hear a spark of a cigarette lighter.
These looks really, really good so far. So and the thing that bugs me the hell out of me with the MP11 mold is just the whole security of the chest. The chest just doesn't stay together, unfortunately.
Well, we still
you're almost guaranteed
you'd have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, I hope this one does. It looks solid.
He is holding it at the back of the chest.
Yeah, well, it's a prototype. He's got to be holding it with like several hands, so it doesn't fall apart on him. But
sorry, this is non-transformable. It's just a statue.
It's also non-breathe-onable because if you breathe on it, it actually disintegrates into 1,000 pieces. But that's the thing about prototypes. They're not meant to be transformed.
It's actually a CG render. They just edited that
it's
into
for the guys
shot
out there for fun. Well, yeah.
I reckon that'll be phenomenal. Right.
Yeah, if I was going to pay $300 for a Seeker, I'd get the Takara Ramjet, but I want all 3. So as we're saying,
I'll get-
John, you reckon these are going to be more than 200? I'd love it for it to be under 200. I'll definitely get all three
I'm
of them.
not going to say more than 200. I'm going to say
I reckon
one.
if it's Masterpiece scale and make toys, they make good quality stuff.
They do, but like doesn't mean it has to be expensive. But like I'm going to say between 150 and 180. I'm not going to say 200.
I want
Well-
these, but I'll get the Takara ones because I'm an idiot.
Boo.
Takara enthusiast.
Yeah.
That's definitely,
Elitist.
they definitely look good anyway.
Speaking of something else that we want, well, at least I want.
Yes, Unique Toys are going for a deep dive into the movie line with UTR02 Challenger, which
Good
is
for
their
them.
take on a,
Prime.
I'm going to say, end of age extension and into the last night Prime.
And you know what? Good on them, because I'm kind of getting a little bit sick of just G1. And I know a lot of other people are as well. So
I love how that alt mode door opens.
that is
Is
pretty
that
sick.
the actual truck? It says Western Star 5700 EX truck mode.
That's her.
Very good.
Yeah. There you go.
We've seen in the past there's been some other companies. I don't think those is Lockdown Unique Toys or is someone else.
Yep.
Oh, it is it?
Yep.
Okay, so we've seen. I know someone else has done the Dino or the Mirage from.
That was
Dark of the
Alien
Moon.
Attack, and that also looks just as good
Fantastic.
as Unique Toys. Yeah, so I'm
Yep.
definitely getting that as well.
And the
Lockdown
next
that, and
shot-
definitely this.
The next shot.
So
shows
R01
shield as well, really nice on its back. Like
Yeah, R01 is the Lockdown.
And look at his backpack. There's none there, you know? There's
Yeah,
no backpack.
and just that detail. That's fantastic detail. That's statue worthy.
Yeah, and
Just
I
there's
think
no
Unique
kibble.
Toys just have this design down. Like, they've got, like, when you look at Parakill, what?
He's
What?
got Darth Vader on his back.
Oh my god,
Helmet,
I just saw it, you
helmet,
bastards.
eyes.
How dare you? Oh, no, that's not going to be unseeable.
I know. Let's go to the
um,
next photo. Oh,
when
it's
you
not
say,
the photos.
yeah, get rid of that. When you see Parakill and you compare him to his vehicle mode, it's like you even look at the underside where there's like usually lots of tons of robot kibble. You can't see anything really. There's just like a lot of pistons and stuff going on. And it's just like, how did they get that to transform? And I watched Ben's Toys Collectibles. He actually has a review of him actually just today. And I watched it. It's literally like folding origami because there's just all these pieces going. It's not that hard apparently. It looks a lot more difficult than it is, but it just looks perfection. Like you look at him in robot mode, you can't transform. Look at him in car mode. Yeah, there's panel lines. I guess you could see that, but it's just
a transforming car is always going to have panel lines on it. But
yeah. But I mean, even that, like the Lamborghini, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
But I can't fault with that Lockdown, to be honest. It's just
No,
so
I didn't-
perfect.
I didn't even realise it was a prototype out to be transformed and reviewed. So I'll be definitely going to check that out, and I'll
Yeah.
put a link to his review in the run sheet here.
And
But,
it comes with like the steel jaw thing, his hook hand, which also turns into a blade. It comes with the Siege from the movie as well. And the face mask, the hat, the face, the head gun. It's amazing. And I mean, if they could do that with this, which it looks like they have, it's just super
just
impressive.
look at the elbows, like
Yeah, that looks like a lot of jointage in there.
yeah, and just like the official one, like had all that chest detail, but just it's not just a panel on the front. Like stuff's going to move around, and
He's even got the collar bits next to his head.
yeah, hopefully he hasn't just got those big splodges of blue for eyes.
I would doubt that with this company. And then the little smokestacks, it just looks so good. And that's going to be like posing them together, like fighting. I think that's going to be epic.
The dyno is about $79-$80. Has there been a price on the Lockdown? I think it's about
Lockdown you can get for I think 150 shipped. So that's not bad,
so this
considering
is probably
you're
going to
getting
be 180 to 200.
in
the
saying that
size.
Lockdown is as tall as MP10.
Okay, wow.
And he also comes with a little posable steel jaw, and he comes with lots of great. And I mean, the face gun is huge and really well detailed. So you're getting your money's worth. There's no doubt. Like he turns from a decent sized Lamborghini. He does what the animated one does. He turns from a deluxe class into pretty much a Voyager/leader class robot. So a Voyager, so a deluxe class car. Sorry.
As if we're showing Prime, Mikey.
Yeah, I know, but like
No,
I'm saying, it's the same company. We
No.
don't have much on him. We've only got this on him, so that's why I'm just talking up how good Unique Toys are doing with the with this line, and I'm definitely getting this. And like, what?
And
The
that's
door doesn't need to open, but it does.
Yeah, and like we've got Lockdown now, Prime. I think definitely a Dark of the Moon Megatron. I'd absolutely love. An 07 Blackout. I'd absolutely love.
Yeah, yes.
Blackout
If,
would be.
Yeah. I mean,
if they're gonna release these bots, these are easily gonna replace any of the official stuff.
the movie masterpiece line. Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I've
even
owned the
this
two
is
so far.
this is going to replace the Voyager one I've got easy, and I'm not even going to look at the leader.
Easy.
Yeah,
easy, and just like no kibble. Like I don't get it. Unique Toys are some kind of magicians when it comes to this.
Yep.
Stunning.
Awesome. All right, next up, it is we are pretty third party heavy. G Creations updated their Facebook page with some prototypes of their GDW02 Rebel figure, which is a comic prowl. That's where my insight ends. Mikey, you know all about this. Please continue.
So what I'm thinking this is like one of the biggest like shock moments, or one of the biggest just like moments, like really cool, no one expected it to happen moments in the IDW comics. Started pretty early on with actually Prowl under the control of I believe one of Bombshell's mind control chips, and seeing as that like before like this whole new phase of comics started, Scrapper was killed, so then the Constructicons couldn't combine. So Bombshell did something to Prowl, and then Prowl actually turned into the head, where Hook actually turned into the Hook turned into the leg where he took over Scrapper's place. And yeah, it was a really big moment in the comics. It was like a really big, like, wow, that's awesome. So I'm thinking that's where they're going with this.
It still has wheels and stuff though, so it's still
so it's going to transform. So that's the thing. With like a lot of the fans of the comics have wanted a Prowl that actually can, transform. I mean, look like the comics, which this one does. It's got the huge guns. He looks fairly close to the comic appearance. Transform into a vehicle, and then also have some interactivity with the Devastator. But then that asks the question, like, which Devastator would he combine with? And I can't really see where, unless the head's a separate piece, where the head would be in this transformation. But that's what I like. If they were smart, this would hook up to, I don't know, maybe Combiner Wars. I'm not sure, but then you'd have to have something else to go. As you need a new Hook. Maybe Toy World, possibly. I don't know. But I mean,
I don't see enough mass to him to become the whole shoulders for a Devastator. That the Perfect Effect kit had the Prowl head.
Yeah.
So
that's the only one I
sold that.
Yeah, that's the only one that actually like comes close to evoking that so far.
Yeah.
So if that's what this is, that'd be really cool. If it's just a IDW Prowl, I don't know again, I don't know what scale they're going for here. If it says it in the
Masterpiece, like it's a Masterpiece scale version
going
of
for Masterpiece
Prowl.
scale.
And I think that's why I'm saying it's just going to be Prowl. Like it's too much engineering to have it go into an actual Devastator.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so if it's not that, then if they did it, they'd get a lot more customers than if they didn't do it. Is what I'm saying. But I mean, if they could, but like again, which one would they hook it up to? I mean, does G Creation have a Devastator?
No.
So then there'd be
it's a fantastic looking bot, and
oh yeah, it's good. I mean, it looks like I
reckon a lot of people will still want it. There's a lot of IDW fans.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I'm just saying, if it had the gimmick.
Yeah, you can put it on the shelf beside your other comic figures, and it'd be quite fine there. Like,
and that's almost a color scheme because.
They don't need that much paint to it. No.
No. No, but it looks good. But like, I mean, if they could have somehow, done a Unique Toys and magically did something, that would have been awesome too.
All right, up next, Fence Project X Lost Exo Realm Pincher. Final color prototype photos, which is their snarl. Mikey, you're saying this is Legend scale, not Masterpiece scale?
No, this isn't Legend scale.
I thought it was legend scale.
No,
Oh.
no. So there's another background on this as well.
They're about
So-
Voyager size or something.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're about Voyager size, and they come with these things. I think they're called melee masters. They're basically little target masters that turn
That
into
little
weapons.
robot there.
Little robot riding the thing. So basically, a couple of years ago, when Fans Project wasn't like dead, like it seems to be now, they're releasing a line of their own Dinobots, pretty much how like their own design. They're not really following anything. And they came with these little target masters, which was really cool. That turn into weapons instead of turn into like melee weapons and instead of actually guns. And they made all 4 of them, and then they just like went on a hiatus, and have just now recently released pictures and images of this guy completed. And it's been about a year and a half since the last
It
guy.
says
So
pre-orders should be up soon, so keep an eye
Yeah.
out. On retail.
Hey guys, we're back.
yeah, exactly. I mean, but it's just like if you were really into this line, like a couple of people, like I knew a couple of people who were, like this would have really pissed you off because you had a long time to wait for this figure. And I mean, he looks pretty good. Yeah.
It's one of those traps. It's one of those traps you fall into if you're going to go after something like this, or Seekers, or even combiners that sort of have a. Remember I think it was the Fans Toys throttle bots. Fans Toys throttle bots.
No, that was I can't remember. I know. I don't know. I know what you mean. The combining
Fans Project. Fans Project.
Yeah, there's so many things I reckon.
Whoever it
that
was,
take-
There's
Yeah,
too many.
Yeah, I don't think they've got a torso done yet. Like it's just, and
I
that
think
started.
it has. I think it's
That
come out.
started back when Hercules and Giant. Like that's how far that combined has been.
That one
in
actually
the
took the
box.
longest. Yeah.
Yeah, but just it's that commitment. You go right. Okay, I love this first release. I want to go for all 5, 6, whatever the number is, and then have them do a couple, and then just disappear. And it's like, well, what?
That's why I like to wait now till I see that they're all coming out. You know, it's like something like a team of 5 or something. You know, yeah.
Oh, speaking
No,
of, I
a
guess.
It's a good looking bot.
Is there any news about the DJD? No, I don't think so in the thing.
No.
I guess there is.
I said no.
No.
Oh, okay.
There isn't.
I guess that's taken a while, but yeah, fair enough. I guess that's taken a little while. When did that start? I think the first release of the DJD probably came out.
Yeah, a lot of the things were like quite a while ago, but it's just in the last year or two that things have started. Excuse me.
It seems like I'm just dying.
But yeah, like it's in the last year or two that like a lot of companies have started to really pick up their speed and pace. You know, that people forget that before that things were waiting a year or two. You know,
when I think about it, actually, it seems
for
like
Fans Toys.
yeah, it seems like that non-combiners are taking a lot more time to come out than actual combiners. Like combiner teams seem to come out more quickly than actually non-combiner teams, which is I find it a little bit weird.
Well, they seem to release in pairs or whatever, just so you get the team out. Because if you're waiting for a combiner over a 2-year period, say, then by the time you got all the limbs, then you'd be pretty much advertising that combiner because you'd just be over it. There'd be another one coming out or a better one coming out or something like that. Like the way this works, like even now, John, when we're going after the Toy World one, the Devastator, like this is all good. And then even when
you mean that guy?
Generate whatever the Bruticus was that got KO'd, like that come out, then all of a sudden Toy World said, well, we're going to do Superion and Bruticus as well. And even now, that was a year and a half ago, and we've still seen not a lot from those
now, and now
figures.
it's a different company as well. It's not even
that
it's Zeta Toys or whatever. Like.
Zeta Toys,
and we've had the KO Bruticus come out, and a lot of people are going to say, well, that's Bruticus, and that's quite fine. I don't need to keep on playing this cell to buy the new version. I'm quite happy with this $150 Bruticus. I'm not going to spend $600 on Bruticus.
It's just like these. I'm sure someone's still probably hanging on to these Fans Project figures, and they'll buy this 5th one. So,
yep. All right. Last up, quickly. Iron Factory IF EX25 Sword of Defendor, which is a Diatlas Legends scale figure.
I don't know Diatlas very well, but he's a cool looking figure.
Mikey, you're saying he was a counterpart to Starsaber in something.
Well, I think in like the cartoon that they came out in, they were like on the same side. But in again in the IDW, the very little I know of it, there was another big moment in the thing where actually Starsaber kills Diatlas, and Diatlas is like, he was like preaching about Primus and stuff, and so was Starsaber. And then as Starsaber plunges the sword through Diatlas's heart, Starsaber says, "Primus hates you," and then Diatlas dies. So that was a
Awesome.
really cool. So he's basically saying the god that he's worshipped for so long hates him, and then he just died. So that was a really cool moment in the comics. But again, in Victory, I believe, they're on this. Yeah, I mean, Victory, all the others, is just very confusing to me. I tried watching them and I just can't.
Yeah. No.
I tried the dubs and just like, oh, good. Now I just really don't want to live anymore. But yeah, this is a really good. This looks more like a comic version than it does a G1 version. So if you're into the legend scale things, go ahead. I mean, I'm not really. Is anyone here really into the legend stuff?
I don't get them, but I reckon they're all fantastic figures.
They all look really, really good, and I think like now that we've got Titans and stuff, I think it's really cool if you have the room to like set up dioramas.
Yeah.
Legends and like Triptychon, Metroplex, and Fort Max all on their base modes, and they can be doing stuff. I think this is a really good little Dialis, and it looks spot on to the comics. So if you're into that, really good.
Yeah. No, if knock on wood, if for some reason tomorrow my collection was gone, fire, robbery,
Mikey.
whatever, Mikey,
Yeah.
I'll definitely go to the legend scale figure, just as you said, just for the dioramas. A lot of them, they look. A lot of them, especially the third party stuff, has the masterpiece quality, but in a itty bitty little figure, and it's just we all know what the space issues you have and everything else like that. And okay, I wouldn't be keen on Diatless alone. He's a fantastic looking bot, but I've got nothing else from that era with him. But I'd have him like the Dinobots we've sort of looked at the last couple of weeks. Stuff like that is just I'd have them over the Fans Toys ones for space. And Sludge won't weigh 2 pounds.
And I mean, like, what in the countries like that can't, like, that don't, like, they live in such small, cramped like areas, and they like, and their units are just so small and stuff. That's the greatest thing, because like the legend scale bots, I mean, that's all they can afford to keep. They can't afford to have a Metroplex or a Fortress Maximus or anything like that in there. So that's why like a lot of these.
Well,
Japan just likes Gashapon in general, like smaller, like little figures. Like that's just
exactly.
something that's big on. They're big on. Like they like big figures as well.
They're big on small.
Yeah, they just it's quite good that they can you get a whole lot of them and do dioramas and stuff like that. Like
exactly, which is awesome.
Little buildings and stuff. It's just so much easier for hobby purposes.
But even like you're full on nostalgic for G1. Imagine having the 84 cast on one DTOF shelf. Like
that's right, yeah. Like
do that on a masterpiece line. If you could have that, you could have the Arc.
I'd love an Arc
background. You could have the Arc background and have the 84 cast there. You have the 85 cast below it. You have the movie cast below that, and then some randoms on the bottom shelf. And that's a DTOF you'd never replace. To do the same thing, I haven't even done the same thing with those massive shelves I've done. That's 2 shelves taken up just with 84, 85 Autobots and Decepticons without even looking at movies and yeah. But I'd love to do it, but it's sort of I've got the masterpiece stuff at the moment, so I can't split. So
I've seen this guy. He made like this massive Arc, and I think it was actually meant to go with some of the masterpiece figures. But like, I would just love a massive Arc, and then just have all these like really cool legend scales figures, because then you could do a whole lot more than what you could do with like some masterpiece scaled figures. Like you could have so many people in a room as compared to like 2 people in a room, like and that type of thing, and that'd be awesome. I mean, but we could I'd really love a big like a decent sized Arc and Nemesis. you know, that we can. That
But then
has, like,
yeah, me and me and Jason were talking last week about the Fans Toys Giganticus. It's just, where do you put something, and that's just one figure, let alone a whole group of figures. But yeah.
Yep.
All right, moving on in briefly to new acquisitions. John, it's been a little while.
Unfortunately, I still haven't got any new Transformers yet. Like, I'm still waiting on, I'm waiting on Cheetor to still come out, and I've got Sunsurge on order. I think like I said, I'm pretty sure Jared sent me a message the other day saying he just got invoices for him through Toy Biz, I think. So hopefully I should have that probably maybe next time I come on, not if it's next week, but, in a week or two, hopefully I'll have some new Transformer acquisitions. Otherwise, yeah, only the painting job of that Transformer was my newest Transformer-related object.
No worries, and I look forward to your future creations. Mikey, anything new this week?
Yep, I got this guy, which is Bad Cube Slick. So he's Masterpiece Swerve. And
is that the one that comes with the drinking or My First Blaster?
That's the Make Toys. That's more of the IDW comic.
I got that one. Yeah,
I had that one. That's a good figure. That is a very good figure. And the gun. Yeah, no. So is anything you ever wanted a little Swerve? Unfortunately, these little like pylon things on his shoulders, the wheels stick out pretty far, unfortunately, and they kind of get in the way. Other than that, good figure. He's got a really annoying piece of transformation when it comes up to the front of the vehicle, but other than that, yeah, he's good. He'll fit in my mini box. I've only recently decided that I'm starting to collect the mini bots, so yeah, he'll fit in there well, and he'll do his job. And
they're for defending against kinetic attack from mind powers.
That's the one. And also, Brad should stop bust his head. And
back to my corner.
I went to Oz Comic Con. I can't remember. And I got to meet the very awesome Paul Eiding. So, is he going?
Accept the voice. Oh, you have to go to it. You're right. Keep going.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So I got to meet the very awesome Paul Eiding, as well as I met up with Kelvin Chan and shit. Come on. I forgot his name. I don't do this.
Paul Eiding.
Paul Eiding, yeah. That's Paul Eiding. No. I met up with him and Russell Bird and some other guys. And we had a good time. We got to speak to him. We got a lovely photo with him. And up here, I also got, let's see if I can get this down without destroying everything. Him to sign a Titan's Return Preceptor for me. So
nice.
on it, you can't really see it, but on it actually says one's ultimate truth lies in one's molecular structure, which is his G1 saying. And he signed it, Paul Eiding, and yeah, that was really awesome. And so very happy with this little haul from Oz Comic Con. He was a last minute addition to the cast of people coming, and he's the best guy ever. He's the nicest guy ever. And he's really top quality guy. If you can ever meet him, definitely meet him. He's really nice. And yeah, that's all I've got since I've been away.
Fantastic. Just one quick one to still on Mikey. RID Bludgeon.
Bludgeon.
Is he like
Bludgeon.
a Legends one or something? He just looks really small.
No, deluxe or warrior class.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, it just you're not going to see it, but just like some of the details with the guns. Focus.
It's always good to get a new
Bludgeon rifle.
Yeah, he's a really good one.
I'm not up with the character really, but it's just it's a fantastic little figure. Yeah. And it's sort of one thing we probably need to really talk about is expectation with figures, because just it's a nice little $25 figure. Well, actually,
what he is a good figure, I do think. Like, you know,
as you can see,
he's good. He is.
The sword's missing because that's in the bottom of the toy box. But like, there's no real
not toy error.
Yeah.
But like, there's no kibble, articulation. Like he can really do that. There's no ankle articulation, but his ankles are already on a bit of a spray, just so
I've
you can spread
actually
him out.
gotten to have a play with that bot myself, like when Jared and Christopher came up here on. So he's a cool looking little bot.
He's a cool figure and a good transformation.
You can pose him as you wish, and it's just some of the RRD figures I just absolutely love, and they're next to nothing in price. So we need to talk about expectations in figures, because we love to condemn figures on how crappy they are, but are they really?
I only like to condemn the high end lines, like If
that's it. If they're charging, if they're charging a couple $100 for it, then expectations should be a lot higher. But no, that's me done. So moving on, club news. Just quickly again. It's membership season, so jump on to Transformers CCA and join up now for a basic or a warrior membership. Thank you for listening. Australian Transformers Weekly is produced by Transformers Collectors Club Australia. You can find the CCA website at transformerscca.com, and the podcast is on iTunes, or the RSS feed is available there in the run sheet on the Facebook page, so you can copy it to your podcatcher of choice. Also, our new podcast, Transformers Legends, is about a fortnightly show that's over at a tflpod.podbean.com. We're going to record episode 6 tomorrow, so that's it's all there. And we sort of look at like this week we've got some the Evergreen Starscream Megatron, small last night concept art, because that crap is everywhere, and some Transformers Bumblebee movie roundup stuff. So
excellent.
Go over, check that out. We got the Facebook page, and give us a like. But until next week, when we come back for 129, John, thank you for joining us once again.
Thanks for letting me be back on. Good to see you all, guys. And I'll hopefully see more of you now that I'm back.
Yeah, the whole time zone reshuffle thing, John being up in Queensland, and it proves problematic. But hey,
I'll be around.
Yeah, apart from some delays to get going, the afternoon record sort of works, so we don't have to be so much secured to Friday nights. But yeah, Mikey, thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right, until next week. See you later.
Ciao.
Bye.